If you're having Mom over for Mother's Day and you're looking for something delicious to cook, why not special crab cakes from Baltimore's highly rated morning team from WBAL Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Jones, Jim West Jones, and Russ.
Thank you for having us.
So this
Glad
is what
to be
you
here.
guys look like. We listen to you all the time. This is it.
Actually, well, I hope you still listen now that you've seen us.
Yes, turn my radio down now.
The thing that always irritates me about being on television is I'm actually 6'4", but it never shows up on TV.
Come on, you should get it. And Bob, it's good to see you.
What I am shows up on TV, that's the problem.
We actually worked together over there. I think I was at BAL for, what, 2 days once.
Well, no, it seemed longer than that.
It did seem longer
to us.
Let's do crab cakes. We're going to, I'm sure it did. Let's cook some crab cakes.
All right.
I'm going to offer you these recipes so you don't have to panic to write down the recipe. What are we going to do?
Well, Bob's going to tell us how it's done, and I'm going to do it.
We've worked up this recipe, and I want to tell you, this is all Maryland ingredients here. Look at that back fin crab. The hardest thing is to not eat the crab meat while you're making them. So we have to.
Oh, look at those lumps.
We have to keep an eye on Jim so he doesn't do that.
All right, that's great looking crab.
Now, Jim is pretty much into gourmet cooking. Do you think you can break an egg?
I'm going to try. Break an egg.
Probably a first.
All right, we actually brought an egg.
We brought an egg. Weren't we prepared?
Look at this one. Look at that egg in there like
a real
Maryland egg.
Fresh egg. It really is. This is all Maryland stuff here.
Genuine Maryland egg.
And he's got that in the bowl. Now, Jim, would you beat it?
I beg you.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Wait, beat the egg.
I'll beat the egg. Oh, okay.
Just to let you know, we prepared a couple of funny
That's
ones.
a big bit.
How about this?
All right, use this spoon.
All right.
Our whisk is out.
I'm not doing a very good job of it, but you get the general.
Well,
you get the gist of it.
What's the mayonnaise? You see the
we pre-measured this mayonnaise.
We wouldn't want to
This is 1 tablespoon.
Oh yeah, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is their 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise.
Pre-measured.
And there it is. 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise.
The whole jar over
here.
Okay.
And he's going to put that in there.
You don't want to leave any of that
in there now.
right?
Now comes the hard part next.
Oh?
I have to say Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
That is pretty tough.
It's Worcester County.
But it is Worcester County, so.
All right, and how much of that?
And you will put in a tablespoon.
A tablespoon. Here's a tablespoon on our measure.
So he can tell.
You guys are wonderful.
Oh, we're organized today for a change.
Why do you have so many listeners?
Dump that right in there.
Okay, there's the Worcestershire sauce.
Now you got to mix a little salt and seafood seasoning.
Yes. Now we have
and some parsley.
Now wait a minute. Now hold on.
That's what that is.
Now this is pre-mixed.
This is dry mustard and a little bit of salt.
A little salt, and then the secret is to mix up some. You got to use a little Old Bay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little dash of that Wye River seasoning. And,
yes.
all the good ones. That way you use all Maryland things, and that's what makes Maryland crab cake.
All the work was done.
Are you working for the Maryland people?
No, but I thought they might send some free stuff over for the rest of the time.
All right, here it is. It's pre-mixed. Now Norma Jones, Bob's wife, is the one that did all the work.
She stayed up late last night, measured all these.
We must admit.
Can we give Norma a round of applause for her hard work and everything Norma has done? Thank you, Norma, darling.
My wife Ruth gave me some support too.
I'm sure she did.
You said try to get up and get there.
That's right.
Okay, now we're going to put a little baking powder in.
Baking powder.
Well, this kind of fuzzes them up and makes them real good. Really, you'll like these. Yeah.
Now watch this, Richard.
Now put the baking powder in there and stir that in a little bit.
Is this the way it is in the morning too when you're on radio? Does he tell you what to do?
I tell him what to do and he tries to do it.
Now wait a minute. You know what happened was, he told me, he said, don't jump back when it phones, because it's going to phone. It didn't phone.
Oh, it's the lights.
It's foaming a bit.
Oh, no, it's foaming. It is foaming. It is. All right.
Look, you can actually see it foaming a bit.
Okay.
Now comes the good part. You get to add the crab meat.
Oh.
Right, here you go.
You want to help
put that in?
Sure.
There.
You just put it in here?
Yeah,
now this is the
oh my goodness.
back fin with the big lumps in it.
That is great. I'm going to
break
be very gently separate it as all real.
You know, Old Bay, not to give them a plug, but they have this this thing now where you don't have to do any of this.
Great stuff.
It's like a shake and
yeah,
bake
but you
for
said we had
crab
10 minutes to fill, so I wanted to do it the hard way.
All right, that would have taken a second, just shake
right.
and bake
We'd have been gone, and we wouldn't have had a chance to visit with
Now,
you.
while I'm stirring this up, there's a point that I want to make.
Please make it, Jim.
You know, I came in here and I feel kind of self-conscious because here you got Bob with that good head of hair that he's got.
Yeah. Well,
here you have, your hair is a legend in its own time.
Yeah, I
really
understand.
And here I am, you know, I'm trying to
Just
find
ask
ways,
Johnny
you know.
Walker. Yes, go ahead.
Well, I keep trying to find ways to comb this so that I was hoping, don't you have a hairpiece around here that
we do.
Somebody...
we do, except, you know what? Marty will not let it out of the drawer. He took it off. Did you want his hair?
It's a great souvenir.
Can we put a call into Marty and see if he'll bring the hair out?
I'll tell you the truth. I saw him before, and he said he wouldn't do it.
He has put it away. I mean, he used to buy these pieces in Haiti. He used to have them flown in from Haiti.
Well, never mind that. Forget it.
All right, now, here we have some breadcrumbs that have been slightly moistened. If we can get back to the business.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. How'd you moisten these guys?
Well, I put a little water in it. I thought that would do it.
Very clever.
And we actually crumbed this up earlier, so just dump
All right, these are moistened breadcrumbs.
Moistened breadcrumbs. That'll give it a little clinginess, you know, so they don't all fall apart.
A little substance.
And mix lightly. Now, don't over-stir
No, I'm just very lightly. Just tossing it like a salad, really.
Very icy. You're doing it very gently.
Yes.
Slowly.
And slowly.
Well, don't we have to fill?
Yes.
Oh, well, now, when you get that mixed up, we're just going to form them into little crab cakes.
And,
we'll use, you can use margarine or butter or a little oil I brought here. We'll pop into the skillet.
I'll start it. We probably don't have time to heat it up now.
Okay, we'll
turn it on high.
Is that the right one? I don't want to burn anything.
That's all right, friend. Let's turn on the left.
This meat looks
I'm left-handed, so I know which one is...
This is oil for frying. Oil for frying.
Got it all.
You didn't leave anything out today.
He wanted to use lard of Olay, but we wouldn't let him.
No, I wouldn't do that.
There's Marty. Marty just walked into the room. Marty just walked into the room. We're trying to find out about what happened to his hair. All right.
Now we'll just sort of let the oil, get all over the bottom of the...
Marty, just come in. Give Marty a round of applause. Come over here. So,
West, I gotta tell you, on the hair scale, you got so much, you're a rookie on the bald scale.
You wouldn't...
Oh, there's now I know.
See y'all later.
Come on, Marty Bass. Thank you for stopping in.
I shouldn't have even brought it up.
That makes hair grow, Marty. That makes your hair grow. Yeah, throw it away. That's right.
I think this is pretty well mixed.
All right, mix those into crab cakes. Pop them in the skillet.
All right, form a few. Let me take this opportunity to give our viewers an address to which you can write. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope if you want this recipe to have the greatest crab cakes. You know, we're having a good time, but they are absolutely delicious. And just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Jones and West Crab Cakes in care of People Are Talking, WJZ-TV, Television Hill, Baltimore, Maryland, 21211. Leave that up there just a couple of seconds. Self-addressed stamped envelope, and you will send them what?
We'll send them a copy of this recipe. How's that?
That'd be great.
We can't send a crab cake through the mail. I don't travel to it.
That's a stinking idea.
Now, we've got a real surprise for you. Can I show you a...
Sure. You brought Elaine Stein with you.
Well, we brought here... This is actually what we think of as the Jones and West crab cake. And we brought it over here today to share it with you.
It is a crab cake. Who baked that?
Well, Engineer Jim, our morning engineer, is a man of many talents, and among them, he makes up cakes in various sizes and shapes.
Also, his buddy Greg, or otherwise we'd never hear the end of it.
Jim and Greg.
Yes.
Made this for us.
They're technicians over at WBAL?
Yes, they are. And Jim is, and so don't you like that?
That's great.
It smells good, too. So we'll have crab cakes and crab cake here pretty soon.
Well, we want to thank you. You know, we're starting a new celebrity cook segment on the show, and you guys were selected #1.
Oh, Richard.
We appreciate that. We enjoy being #1.
Next week we're going to have Brian and O'Brien from B104. They're going to be cooking, too.
All right.
Write the self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll get the crab cake recipes out. And we'll be listening to you Monday morning at
5 o'clock.
5 till 9.
Anytime.
How do you like working together? You've been together
I can't stand it, but you know, you have to make a living somehow.
Your timing's great. Jones and West. And we'll be right back. Are these ready to eat?
Yeah.